Good morning, noon, or night, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for a new game, boy, do I have the series for you. Welcome back to another episode of Hidden Gems, where we take a look at unpopular games and shove them right in the public's face. The game that's in the spotlight today is Fate. Yeah, I know, real creative. Fate is a classic single-player action RPG released May 18th of 2005. That's right, we have another fossil. The game starts you out in a town where there's tons of NPCs, and those set NPCs will hand out quests. Yes. The quests aren't very in-depth. It's really just go here, find something, or kill this person, or steal everybody's left shoe. You know, normal shit that you do every day. Once you enter the dungeon, however, that's when the game really starts to take off. The further you progress to the dungeon and the more intricate that the dungeon becomes. Usually the first couple of levels is a bit of a cakewalk, but the further you go down, the harder it gets and the more enemies that, well, the more enemies that enemy. The game really excels with its massive selection of armor, equipment, and weapons. In fact, honestly, now that I think about it, every single time I went to an NPC shop, I am like 90% sure I never saw the same thing twice. Just the weapons alone, there's spears, swords, shields, crossbows, bow and arrows, clubs, stakes, left shoes. No, but in all seriousness, there are a lot of weapons in this game, so there's pretty much anything to fit anybody's playstyle. If you don't feel like dungeon crawling at the moment, you can pass the time fishing, and you can use those set fish to grind some coin, or feed it to your pet and turn it into the literal spawn of Satan. Each set fish comes with their own buffs, debuffs, and schmackaroonies. There is magic spells in the game, but I haven't really used them much, so I don't have much experience, but there is quite a lot of spells in the game. So yeah, that's pretty much all the game has to offer, really. You just accept a quest, go to that quest, kill that set thing, or find that set thing, descend into a dungeon, kill things, and rinse and repeat. The gameplay loop does get tiresome sometimes, and there is a lot of backtracking in the dungeon. But even with its flaws, the game still manages to be entertaining. You could pick up this game for $7.99 on Steam. Yeah, I know, this is the first game that we've reviewed that actually costs something. If $7.99 is a bit too expensive for you, just wait for it to go on sale, because I bought it when it was on sale for 79 cents. Without further ado, let's plop some ratings on this bad boy, shall we? Coming up first with gameplay. If the gameplay wasn't so repetitive and you didn't have to backtrack a lot in the dungeons, it would be higher, but I'm gonna rate the gameplay at a 6.5. Next is graphics. Now, given the game's age, I honestly gotta say, the graphics have kind of held their own because the lighting's never really out of place, the dungeons look, you know, aesthetically pleasing, and the enemies, you can tell them apart. So I'm gonna give it a decent 7. And last but not least, the piece de resistance, the fun factor. This is really just a game that you can just turn your brain off and set yourself on autopilot. The game doesn't really manage to be like blow your balls off exciting, but with that being said, I'm gonna rate it at a good 6.5, giving this game an overall score of 7. Yeah, just 7. I'm trying to be fair with this game because I did play this as a child, and this is basically my childhood game, so I tried to be fair with the ratings and tried to be a bit realistic because I am still blind by nostalgia. I still love this game. So, if you want to pick it up yourself, go on over to Steam with $7.99. What do you got to lose? I can tell you what you got to lose. You got fucking 8 goddamn dollars.